Hey guys, so it's been 2 weeks since we've seen you guys. Sorry about the long wait. It's just been crazy. You know, Zane had things going on. I had things going on. It's just how it is.
It's been pretty intense.
And I thought you disappeared for the good part of the day today, so I thought we wouldn't be able to do it again. I'm like,
oh, don't worry. No, I'm here. I'm here. Stay, baby.
So anyway, we're going to just jump into this really quickly because we have a lot to cover.
Yeah, we do.
First off, I was asked by someone to talk about what do you think Pokemon's next step is going to be for just their franchise. Do you think, there are people who have been asking me, do you think they should get something like World of Warcraft has, like an MMO?
You know, that's been talked about for some time, and I think
it's been talked for like the last 10 years.
Yeah, just about. I mean, it's a great idea, I gotta admit.
Well, I'm also interested to see where they're going to go with the games now, because they ran out of colors, and now it's letters.
Yeah. And there's not really any other special letters that they're going to go with. I mean, ABC would be kind of weird.
Yeah, well, speculation is they're going to do Z.
I was hoping they were going to already.
I'm hoping they're going to remake Ruby and Sapphire, personally.
I
mean, Ruby and Sapphire were, for its time, it was one of the best. So, you know, that poses the question to you guys. What do you think Pokemon's next move is going to be? Feel free to shove it in the comment section below. Love to hear your opinion.
Is it MMO? Is it Dungeon Creep crawler? Is it, you know?
Everywhere you look, there's Pokemon. I mean, did you know that Pikachu is going to be the Brazilian mascot in the FIFA World Cup?
Oh, that I did not know.
Yeah, Pikachu is going to be the official mascot for the Brazilian World Cup in Rio de Janeiro for the Soccer World Cup. So
you know what? That is fantastic.
So that just tells you how much Japan loves their Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
So if you do have a thought on this, feel free to share it with us. Pokemon licensed to print money.
Yep.
All right, this is one that really made me happy. According to Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn, they're getting a reboot. We're getting a movie reboot. So, okay, and I wrote some of this stuff down because I knew it'd make Zane happy as well, because he's a big Spawn fan like myself. The original movie, it was made back in 1997, so I was only 6 years, 6, 7, 8, somewhere in there. I'm terrible at math.
I would have been barely alive.
So my mom obviously didn't let me see it because it was about a superhero from hell.
Doesn't go over well with most parents.
But okay, the original movie was made in 1997. It starred a brilliant actor and very underrated actor by the name of Michael J. White as Al Simmons and Spawn. Rumors are the role of Spawn is up in the air, but rumors are actors such as Jamie Foxx, who played. Played, but he is playing Electro in Amazing Spider-Man. Tyrese Gibson from Fast and Furious and Transformers. And there's also the rumor that Michael J. White will come back and be Spawn in the reboot, and if he can't have that, he has offered to help produce or assist direct the movie.
And usually if you don't get, like, if you're one of those old actors that at least have done it in the past and then they reboot it, they usually let you just be, either get cameo or produce it,
For those of you who might be asking yourself, what's Michael J. White been in? Two of his most well-known things is, if you remember the cartoon Static Shock, he was the voice of Static. And also, his last big movie was The Dark Knight. He was, you remember the mob boss Gamble, the black guy who put the hit out on Joker? Yeah. That's Michael J. White. He was the original Spawn. So he is, he broke this news and now it's out there. Todd McFarlane is doing his best to get a script together, so the Spawn fanboys like ourselves can finally see another movie. Did you ever see the 97 version?
I think I did.
It was good, but it is hard to find.
I saw it on TV quite some years ago.
And the HBO series was very successful as well. So that's what we know. More coming on it when I find out more. And one more thing before we jump into our questions. Vanguard, according to Anime News Net, that's their Twitter handle, so go follow them on Twitter for all kinds of news on anime, from Dragon Ball Z to Yu-Gi-Oh! To Vanguard to Pokemon. They do it all.
I'm getting amped.
So shout out to them. Vanguard has been cleared and signed for a 5th, 6th, and 7th season. As well, there is talks of a live-action hybrid movie. You heard me right. A live hybrid action movie. And the reason, I was talking to one of the guys who wrote this report, and I said, are you, and
no, this is real.
I was like, are you for real here? Yeah, and he's like, yes, that is what they told me.
Don't play with my heartstrings now.
And he said, it might have, the guy said, I can't speak for Bushiroad's representatives, but he said it might have something to do with they're trying to one-up every card game that has put out a movie.
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Digimon to an extent because they're also a card game, but Pokemon. The fact that Bushiroad is considering making a movie with real people in it, you know,
I could think it would be pretty cool if it. Well, it depends on the cast, of course. Would you want to see it Japanese with bad English dubbing, or would you want to see it like American made, or would you want to see it like?
Well, see, my opinion, they should make one of each. They should write one script, but then have an American director make it for the Americans, and then I almost said Jamaican, and a Japanese director direct it for Japan.
Straight
and
up
else.
For those Jamaicans out there.
You know what I think would also make it very much more popular?
What?
Don't sign well-known actors. Sign players.
Yeah.
People who play the game. So
I have a feeling that every actor. I would love that.
I would love that. You know,
I don't care what character I play.
Freak. And there's actually a couple of questions of ours today that talk about our past in drama and acting.
Ah, excellent.
So there's your news from Anime News. So if you're wondering if Vanguard's going to be picked up for a fourth season, for a fifth season, don't worry, it's been picked up for another 3. So
yeah, they have very much confidence in this.
So after, if I do get any more news on the movie from Anime News Net, I will definitely share it with you guys. So there you go. Once you know something, we'll tell you. All right, so let's jump into the questions. The first question of today is thoughts on the new Digimon series of Fusion. Have you watched any of it?
I have not.
Okay, well then I'm not going to waste our time on this, guys. Sure. I'm going to just say this correctly. I am in love with the series. If you love Digimon, you will love it. I'm going to make a video talking about the first 25 episodes, doing my best not to give any spoilers. So and I will put a link in the description to the channel that posts them all in English, so you can watch them. Also, I heard that Ben Desick, I think is his name, will be at our Comic-Con, and he is the voice of Shoutmon. So
I think someone's going to go up in line.
That's the rumor, so don't hold me to that.
It's coming up soon, actually.
Now, if he is there, I'm going to probably go up to him with my cell phone like, hey, I need you to record my voicemail, please.
Yeah.
That way when someone calls me and they don't get it, they get, hi. I do a terrible Shoutmon, but I will do a video talking more about that in general. Second, you might be able to answer this one. It's another Digimon. Okay. What is your favorite Digimon? My favorite is either Agumon or Shoutmon. I have fallen in love with Shoutmon. I think he's awesome.
I think I would pick the cactus. I haven't seen much of it.
What was the cactus Digimon's name? Thank you. That was his name. And he had the boxing gloves?
Yeah.
Togemon.
Yeah. I think I like that one a lot.
I'm waiting to see more of these legendary Digimon pop up, guys. I will warn you really quickly about Fusion. I'll repeat this, but you gotta give it a while. Do not watch the first 3 episodes and throw your hands up and go, this sucks. You gotta give it a little bit.
It's like any good
Starts
anime.
out slow because you gotta learn the story, you gotta learn the background, but it is worth a watch, I promise. Guys, after about episode 7, it became Vanguard, a little under Vanguard. I was always checking every day for new episodes. Okay, number 3, a video game question. What is the saddest moment in a video game that you can recall?
All right, you go first. I have to think on this.
That's easy.
Okay.
My favorite video game.
Final Fantasy.
7.
Yeah.
The death of Eris. This woman, Cloud meets her by literally falling through a church in front of her onto her flowers. Not making that up. And she starts traveling with Cloud and his group. Helping missions and things like that. Yeah. And Cloud swears to Eris's mother that he will protect her. Well, they are, I can't remember exactly where they are, But Sephiroth literally comes screaming out of the sky, and Sephiroth, as you know, carries a katana, and they are about, 2.5 feet long?
It's real angry.
And he impales Aeris. And the reason he did it was simply to anger Cloud.
Yeah.
That is the only reason. You got to remember this was a PlayStation. You got to remember it is a PlayStation 1 scene, so it's very, very terrible, like graphically.
Yeah,
but by listening to the dialogue, and you're almost to that point where Cloud is willing to let someone in, because Cloud's a very shut-off character, and I think that's why Cloud is very relatable to a lot of people, because Cloud is, the reason he's so isolated is everybody he's ever loved has died.
And that's pretty hard on anybody.
And he's like, okay, maybe I found the right girl, I'm starting to fall in love with her, and all of a sudden Sephiroth comes out of nowhere. I remember being 8, 9 years old playing the game for the first time. I cried when Cloud, he takes Aeris out into this lake and shoves her out, and you just see her sink, and that was the end of, I think, the first or the second disc. It was just incredibly sad. That saddest moment in video games by far.
Yeah. I would probably agree with you on that. The saddest moment that I've had in the games that I played at least would probably be in Diablo 3, where Deckard Cain dies.
Yeah.
Which anybody who's played the other games and stuff, you grew up listening to Deckard. Stay a while and listen, like a bad Sean Connery nearly. But he was just one of those characters that was always good, always handy, always helpful, always gave you information. His voice just got familiar in your head, and then Magda comes and kills him dead, and Leia, which I hate Leia, but first off, or Leia, I should say. She grows up without Uncle now and stuff. I was like, oh, that. And it's just a sad moment because
it is sad. You know, I'll admit I wasn't hooked on the series until Diablo 2.
Yeah.
But at the end, at that part of 3, and it's just like, oh, why? You know,
everybody's favorite old guy.
You know, it was kind of like. Did you ever watch?
What genre?
I totally drew blank. Did you forget it?
It's okay. It's again one of those things.
Guys, brain fart.
Yeah.
But I hate it when series makes you fall in love with a character.
Yes.
And they're in it, even when they do it with episodic TV shows. You see this character's been there 4 or 5 seasons, and all of a sudden, you know, it's just like, wow. And it's hard to continue playing.
Yeah, it is.
But
it really is.
There's been some wonderful sad moments in video games, and I think that's what makes video games so successful, is they're the modern day movies for us almost, that you get to direct.
Yep.
I've actually answered.
Okay. What about you? What has been your saddest video game moment?
This is going to be a tough one. The ending of Tales of Xillia.
I have not played this.
I have played it a long time ago. A long time ago.
No, Tales of Xillia, the new one.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking the original one.
Oh yeah, Tales of Xillia, the original.
Yeah, but
there was a sad moment in there. I can't remember what scene it was.
But I think another.
It was the death of that one character, like her brother.
That's right. I think it. But anyway, feel free to share your thoughts on that as well, or any of these, as a matter of fact.
Oh, also brief one. Shadow of the Colossus. His sister / girlfriend / whatever it is. Could be all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, one more before, because we'll go over to the next part after this one. Final Fantasy X. Yuna, the main character, she's the summoner moving around on a pilgrimage, and the young boy named Titus, who's the main character, the main protagonist, he finds out that at the end of this journey, he's literally going to disappear from time, and he has now fallen in love with this girl, and this girl could not love him because it's forbidden to be, while you're a summoner, to be in love, because the summoners are born to be sacrificed. And when Titus finds a way to defeat the monster who's destroying their Spira, their world, he saves her, but at the very end, she runs at him to give him a hug, and she falls right through him because he's a ghost. and that literally will rip your heart out of your chest. You can see that on YouTube, guys. Just type in Final Fantasy X ending. But anyway, guys, we're gonna jump over to the next part where we'll finish up our questions. So thanks for watching, guys. Continue to watch.